Hey, this hangout is live on a Freedom Friday in the parking lot at the Vital Records building. Turn this thing off. Just pulled up here. Got to do some real estate stuff this morning. So John's going to be your host today for the Swiss Gold Global Independent Business Owner Network Marketing Training number 152 today. And this is going to be an awesome little event here. John's got some really fun stuff to talk to you about today, I'm sure. And I have to go inside right now and take care of some beeswax.
Happy Rising, good Friday to you, Paul, and thanks for that beautiful introduction. I hope what I have to share with people today can keep them gripped and focused in on what I have to talk about today. I think just to give you a little preface, Paul, you know, it being Freedom Friday, I thought it would be
302 West Thomas. They moved.
Oh, you're kidding me.
She goes, nope, it's a county level now.
Are you serious over there? That's ridiculous.
Okay.
So that's the closest place.
All right, well, take it away. I'm going to go on mute here, and it's all you.
All right, sounds good. All right, I guess it's all me. Well, welcome to the Hangout. It is Friday. Let me look at my watch here. The 26th of June. So here we are at the end of the second quarter. And what I want to share today is a system that Paul and I developed, a personal development business type system that Paul and I had developed. Really more so Paul, but I've kind of added my 2 cents into this that really helps to maximize and make more efficient your time and how you spend each day of what we used to call the week. And just to give you a little background on that, those of you who follow Paul and I here on these live hangouts and have been part of these for quite some time, you notice that Paul and I have been consciously shifting the type of language that we use when talking about daily things, from the way we greet people right in the beginning of the day to the way we start each new week. And we've, kind of realized that using the word week to describe time blocks of your life is kind of a negative thing. It's a very disempowering word. It's referring to your days ahead as a week rather than as a strong or something more positive and more powerful. So Paul and I have kind of come up with this system where we break down the 52 sessions of the year in a way that we can make the most out of each day and really make an efficient system for running your business, quite frankly, running your personal life. Excuse me here 1 minute. I got to take a sip of coffee. Let's get my throat moist for presenting you this material today. So what Paul had come up with is the fact that if you break down, there's 7 days each session and there's 52 sessions a year. And what should you be doing each day of the session in order to create some sort of a system in your life? So as we call it, New Op Day, which is the first day of the session, formerly known as Mondays, is what we consider what we should treat as an organization day. It's the first day of the session. You've got the whole strong ahead of you, and you've really got to put your plan into place and get yourself organized to make the most of the time ahead. So on organization day, this is the day where you take the time to, organize your business plan. And I, too bad Paul is unable to kind of jump in here because he has a lot of good ideas on organization day. But really, first day of the session, make that your organization day. This is the day of the week where you're going to get organized. In our business of Swiss Gold Global, we start each new session with a hangout. And then we get, put a little plan into play, a little bit of organizing what needs to be organized. I'm babbling here about this. I'm sorry. And get yourself kind of set for the rest of the section. And then Tuesday is creation day. This is the day of the strong where you're going to take the things that you've organized and you're going to create your business plans. You're going to create your marketing pieces. You're going to create new material for your business. Maybe even, in my opinion, this is a day where I want to have meetings with people and create relationships. This day, the second day of the session, is all about creating new ideas, creating new marketing pieces, creating new relationships with people, getting things organized and into play that you're going to be putting into the rest of the week or the rest of the strong, because we're trying to not use those negative words anymore. And then on the third day of the session, which is Wednesday, this is kind of a day where it's kind of a preparation day where you as an individual prepare and get your personal things kind of in order. Most people that work full time, it's very difficult to get banking done and grocery shopping done and stuff during the first 5 days of a week because you're at work and you're commuting back and forth to work. But for an entrepreneur, really, because of the freedom that we have, because we make our own schedules, sometimes we forget that we have this is kind of a piece of my own. Sometimes I forget that I have a personal life. I spend most of my time in working on my business and creating relationships for my business, and I have kids. So then there's those times I have the kids. And really what I've transformed my Wednesday into is the day I just take care of my personal business. So this is the day to do the grocery shopping, to do the banking, to take care of certain things like your doctor's appointments, your dermatologist, your dentist, go get your hair cut, or go get your nails done. Do those personal things and get it done during business hours. It's a nice thing about being able to have the freedom to do this kind of stuff on a Wednesday is you're not dealing with crowds if you got to go shop or pick something up in the mall or the store, because most people are at work. And it's just a good day because you can get things done, like I said, during business hours that you can't get done typically on a week, as we used to call it, a weekend, to get things done on this particular day. And then what we've done so far in the first 3 days of the session is we've organized, we've created, we've prepared, and that leaves us open and mentally able and stress-free about all those things that we've knocked off the plate. So now we can really, on the next 3 days, on a Thursday, a Friday, and a Saturday, is all about taking action on the plans you've organized and the plans you've created, and wiping all your personal items off your list. It's really, you take action. If you're in sales or in door-to-door sales or phone sales, paint sales, whatever you're in, these are the days where you want to go out, you want to land deals, you want to talk to clients, you want to knock on those doors, you want to make those phone calls. This is the day where you take action. Whatever your role is in your business that you need to produce outcomes for, Thursday, Friday, Saturday is all about producing an outcome. And if you can have a session like that where you're organizing, you're creating, you're prepared, and you're taking actions, then on the seventh day, you get to celebrate. You get to step back from it all and just do whatever the heck you want. And, for me, this is really the most important day of the week because, we've worked so hard and smart, hopefully, during the whole session, getting things done, getting things organized and planned, that, at the end of it all, it's time to just relax, go fishing. If you want to crack the beer, if you want to just veg out in front of the TV, like on Celebration Day, it's your day to do whatever it is that you want to do without having to feel bad about it because you've done so much already. And, we've developed this rather simple concept, and really it was born of it's Paul's brainchild. Basically, I guess I was the inspiration for it. It might sound simple, but if you implement this concept into your life, and as Paul and I have really been trying to do over the last 3-4 weeks, maybe even a little over, maybe even over a month, when the idea came up, it really is transformed. Personally and business-wise, it really transformed things because it's like we have these set days of the week for specific things because there's so much that can be piled on your plate, and it's so easy to become overwhelmed by daunting tasks that are pulling you in either direction. And if you specifically make a conscious decision and get into a routine and a habit of doing certain things on certain days, and then we'll break down time frame chunks here in a minute. But you get this habit of doing certain things on certain days, you begin to become more productive, more efficient. Because then if it's, oh, I got to make this sale happen. Nope, it's Tuesday. I'm creating a business plan today. I'm creating the marketing piece and my script and my dialogue that I'm going to have with my client on Thursday. You know, and just being able to say, no, today is all about this one thing. And then that gives your mind the ability to just focus in and be most efficient at that one thing. So, you know, think about this concept and begin to implement something. And, you know, maybe it works for you, maybe it doesn't. Maybe aspects of it work for you and certain aspects don't, but create something for yourself that works, that's going to keep you in a routine where you're each day has a purpose and you're not going through your daily life haphazardly, which for many entrepreneurs, you can easily slip and fall into that routine because when you don't have a boss at a 9 to 5 and you've got freedom, sometimes we're not really the best stewards of our own free will. Sometimes we're not the best at making the most of our time, which is our most precious commodity. So we have to begin to learn to respect that. The next thing I kind of wanted to talk about today, and we got about 10 minutes left, so that's kind of perfect. You know, we broke down like kind of a model for the 52 sessions of the year and what you should be doing each day of the strong, and kind of breaking down a system there. The next thing I wanted to just go over, and we've talked about it a lot on these Hangouts, but it's really important and really part of doing these Hangouts for Paul and myself, and for those of you who join us daily, is just to drive home different concepts until we completely get them at the cellular level and begin to, you know, unconsciously implement these ideas into our lives. And one of the things that I'm really working hard at doing, and I'd like to share with you, is the Napoleon Hill time management system. And this basically is kind of a model of, you know, how you should be blocking chunks of time throughout your day. And it starts with, really, in my opinion, your day starts the night before, because how you sleep and how much sleep you get determines how you're going to feel the next day. So with Napoleon Hill's time management system, and you talk to any doctor, any physician, they're going to tell you that 7 to 8 hours of sleep is essential to be a fully optimized, powerful, 100% functioning human being. You know, you want to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. And, you know, coincidentally, the time management system that Napoleon Hill lays out it blocks out 8 hours of your 24-hour day, where you're going to block out 8 hours for nothing but sleep time. And it's very important. And, you know, for a lot of people, myself included, this is very difficult for me. This is probably one of my biggest challenges, to actually get 8 hours of sleep every night. It's a challenge, and I'm working on it, because, you know, I defy for the next 30 days, and I'm challenging myself to this as well. I just thought of this. For the next 30 days, see if for the next 30 consecutive days, you know, you can get 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. It's going to take dedication to do that every night. You get into bed by 9:30, and you're getting up around 6 a.m. I'm going to challenge myself and see if I can actually get through 30 days of doing that, because there's so many things in life that will pull you away from getting that sleep. Like, oh, I just want to watch one more television show before I go to bed. I want to read one more chapter of my book. You know what? My friend wants to go out tonight and have some beers. I'm going to go out till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock and hang out with my friend. You know, you're going to have to give up certain things to truly be successful in life. It's, you know, nothing comes easy, and sacrifices have to be made. So really think about that and see if you can actually go the next 30 days and get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and see what you're going to have to give up in your life in order to do that. I would say, for me, because I've been consciously really trying to do this for the last 2 years. And you know what? Maybe the problem is I'm using the word try. I will begin to get 8 hours of sleep every night, rather than I'm going to try. Anyways, give yourself 8 hours a day for sleeping. Next part of the Napoleon Hill system is, there's 16 hours left in the day. So one of the things he suggests is that, no matter what you do to earn your living or build your wealth, that you spend 8 hours every day being productive. And your definition of production is going to be different than my definition of production. Let's say you're a stay-at-home mom, and your job really as a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad is you maintain a house for your family and you take care of the kids. So for 8 hours a day you're being productive, whatever that encompasses. Keeping the house clean, doing the dishes, feeding the kids, getting them off to school, getting them home from school, doing the shopping, doing the chores, paying the bills, the reason I bring up stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home dad is because I think this is actually one of the most difficult jobs that a lot of people don't have the opportunity to do anymore, because in this day and age, if people are working, the mother and the father have to go out and work. And, being a single dad, it is extremely it's an extreme challenge sometimes just to have good food on the table for your children at night, because when you're running a business and you're a single dad, when you don't have your kids, you're working and you get very little free time to yourself and to take care of the home and keep it clean and keep freshly cooked meals ready for the kids. That's a lot of work. And I commend people that are stay-at-home parents, but if that's your job, you're being productive. The point I'm trying to make is it doesn't matter who you are. If you're working for somebody else, you're hired at even a McDonald's or a Circle K or a restaurant or wherever you're working, from the most, menial and manual of labor to the most professional position available, a brain surgeon or whatever. You dedicate 8 hours a day of giving yourself 100% to whatever your task is, no matter what it is, and see the results of that. Do that for 30 days straight. Even if you hate your job, go in there with an attitude that, I'm here for 8 hours. I'm going to dedicate myself to being as productive as I can on this job. See how that attitude changes your life. Maybe even gets you a promotion, but spend 8 hours being as productive as possible. So that gives us 8 hours left in the day. So let's break it down. 1 hour a day should be spent in quiet meditation. And there's, during this quiet meditation, this is an hour where you're just kind of reflecting on certain aspects of yourself. Just to run through it real quick, there's kind of 5 key areas that Napoleon Hill identifies as things that you should actually meditate on. One of them is you want to get in an attitude of gratitude. 10 minutes out of an hour of your quiet meditation, you should be spending just being thankful to whoever your God is, the higher power, the universe, whatever floats your boat, getting in touch with infinite intelligence, as Napoleon Hill calls it, and just being in an attitude of gratitude and being thankful for all the things you have, and only focus on things that you're grateful for. And you know what? This is a way to conquer depression too, people, because, we become so self-absorbed and so self-obsessed with worry and doubt and menial things. And this hour of self-analysis, this hour of meditation is really about forcing your mind, programming your mind to be in a positive state. So 10 minutes, you should be thinking about what you're thankful for. You should spend 10 minutes of this hour thinking about the things that you want in life, and don't consciously eliminate thinking about things that you don't want. Think about the things that you want. Another thing you could be thinking about at this time is how to fulfill your definite major purpose. And if you don't have a definite major purpose, this is the time you can spend thinking about what that might be and developing your major purpose and realizing what it is and who you are. During this hour of quiet meditation, something that you should be thinking about is your fears. What scares you? What's holding you back? And how can you overcome that? So those are just kind of a couple of basic ideas of how you should spend this hour of quiet meditation, which leaves us 4 hours. And I'll run through these real quick. You should be surrounded by a mastermind, people that you can look to for counsel, that you can seek counsel from, people that you talk with, and the ideas flow and it creates new ideas. You should spend 1 hour a day in your mastermind group, touching base with the people that you're creating businesses with, that you're creating a life with, and strategize, plan, and just talk and get the ideas out. You should be spending a minimum of an hour a day in that mastermind. And that's kind of what these hangouts are like for Paul and I. We come on here, we share ideas, we talk. We do 2 of them, one at 8 to about almost usually around 8:25 each day. And then we do another one from 8 till 9-ish. Hour a day in your mastermind. You should then spend 2 hours of your day just going the extra mile, thinking about, people in your life that may need a little help from you, or a client or somebody. And you spend 2 hours a day just going the extra mile and doing something for somebody else without any expectation of anything coming back in return. So we've talked about the hour of quiet meditation, the hour of being in your mastermind, the 2 hours of, being in a, ADD go away. 2 hours of going the extra mile. And there's another hour in there. Paul, can you think of it? What am I leaving out here? You just joined us.
I just joined you, and no, I'm just here to shut you down is all.
Oh, okay. Okay, so basically there's 4 hours left in the day, right? We've got, spending that hour of quiet meditation, that hour of being in your mastermind, the 2 hours of being, of going the extra mile to help people. There's another hour. Oh, yes. And you devote an hour a day to personal development, studying, reading, or watching videos on personal development. That's something that should be done every day too, whether it's a book that you're going to read, or maybe it's a webinar or an audio book, but you're studying, taking notes, or maybe reviewing journals. Personal growth time, an hour of that, which leaves 3 hours a day. And when you factor in the fact that if you've got kids, that 3 hours, that last 3 final hours of the day is just kind of eaten up by
a little auto suggestion, like the Napoleon Hill prayer.
Mm-hmm. But
which I got to run in right now. So we're at the mark, John. So I need to cut you off so I can go inside and take care of this.
Yeah, sounds good. So yeah, go ahead, end us, Paul. I was just going to say that time management thing leaves 3 hours in your day to do whatever you want. And yes, it's going to get eaten up by commuting time and eating time and going to the bathroom. But that 3 hours is to kind of do the things you want to do. So whatever time you've got left in the day is yours to celebrate with. So anyway, with that, that's kind of, I laid out the sessions and I laid out the Napoleon Hill time management system for each day of the session. And I'm going to throw it to Paul to take us out and end this thing.
Well, I started you off. I'm going to close you down. Oh, universe, I ask not for more riches, but for more wisdom, with which to make better use of the riches given to me at birth, consisting of the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever end I might desire through personal development.